Aloha mai kako o keia olokelani, and in this video I'm going to cover some things that we just covered in class just to make it clearer. And the class goes pretty quickly, so everyone's doing so good. But I'm going to cover something that we've been covering in the past couple of weeks already, and it's very important in the formulation of sentences, and that's the ami and the kai. So if you were in class, you already seen Lauren say the kai precedes a meme'a. So it comes before a meme'a. Don't get too caught up in these like words like meme'a, kai, and ami. They are just used in the class so Kumu can reference these different parts of sentences so we can learn how to put them together. But the meme'a is a noun. So basically a kai comes before a person, place, or a thing. And there are a billion person, places, or things that we could list. But for example's sake, we're going to use the word hale, which is house. So a kai comes before the word house. In this case, the meme'a or the noun is house. So a kai could be ka, which is the house. It could be ka hale. It could be keia hale, this house. It could be ke la hale, that house. Ke kahi hale, a house. So there's many different words, ka'is, that can come before the meme'a. Just keep in mind that there has to be a ka'i. So let's just use an example that we covered in class, which was our aya pattern. Aya oya ikahale. They are at the house. Aya oya, that person, he or she is at the house. He is at the house. Aya oya ikahale. So the ka'i there would be kahale. He or she is at the house. So in the case where you drop the ka'i, and you don't want to do this, but many people do this when they're putting their thoughts together, is they'll say aya oya I hale, and they'll drop that ka'i, because in your mind you're thinking he or she is at home. Aya oya I hale. But you never want to do that. You always want to have your ka'i there. So in class, a ka'analike or I may say, don't drop the ka'i. Like if we see that you drop the ka'i, we're going to say, oh, don't drop that ka'i. Then you can say, oh, kahale. Okay. Aya oya I kahale. So that is your ka'i. Your ka'i is going to be, you're going to be using ka'is all over the place. Sometimes we use, well, actually, many times we use the ka'i so much that it sounds like it becomes a part of the word. Yeah, like it goes with the word because we say it so quickly. Kahale. Kahale, that sounds like one word, and that's how our ka'is work. They come right before a noun. Now let's talk about the ami. The ami comes before the ka'i, and the ami is a connector. You know, I like to call it a connector because there's many different thoughts. She went to the meeting with her mom on Sunday. Those are three thoughts that make up one sentence, and the ami connects all of them. And there are different amis that can be used. So in class right now, we're using I, we're using ma, we're using ya, we're using o, we're using me. But there are other amis as well. So, but in general, those are the ones that we're using. So that ami connects thought. So let's go back to, and we'll use I as an example. Let's go back to the sentence I used, yeah? Aya oya I kahale, he or she is at the house. Aya oya I kahale. If you dropped your ami, you would say aya oya kahale. And sometimes people do that. Aya oya hale. Because in your mind you're thinking aya, they're at home. Aya oya hale. And you don't see where the ami should be. Don't do that. Make sure that there's always an ami there to connect your thoughts. Aya oya, he or she is ikahale, at the house. Ikahale. So one last thing that I'd like to share in this video is the hand motion that we use to remind you what about the ami and the ka'i without verbally telling you that. And it is I. So when you see us do this pinky thing, this is I, but in the Hawaiian language it's pronounced I. And then we'll do this, which is ke, because many, a majority of the ka'is start with a ke. Yeah, ka, ke, keia, kela, kena, kekahi. A majority of them. There are some that don't start with this, but for now we can just use this as the ka'i signal. So I ka hale. Ika hale. And next week, you're gonna learn about simple verbs, like, you know, going and doing stuff. And we're gonna use a lot of that connector, the ami and the ka'i as well. So I hope this video explanation helped a little. I know that there's not too much time to give explanation. When we're in class, because we only have one class a week, we wanna really use that time not to be in the explanation side, but rather to be in the olelo and trying to olelo and speak side. However, when you're studying, it is good to have these explanations. So if you have questions, we'll try to do videos and get more information to you, or get with your alaka'i, and your alaka'i will help you to on explanations. But when we're in that class, we want to just get in there and just, even if we don't know what's happening, just try to roll with it and try to just say stuff. All right, guys? Okay, mahalo nui loa. Ahui ho.